You know what I love about sports? I could go with the obvious, such as the incredible plays we watch every game, or the athletes that make those plays, but it's more than that. Sports brings people together. It inspires really great debates.
One place.
All over the place.
One
Everybody in America know you all over the place. I ain't gonna even bother you.
One place. Nice branding, tribe, but you're wrong.
And can determine your mood for the next few days, depending on whether your team won or not.
Sorry, Peter.
This is especially true in football. Just look at how football dominates the sports atmosphere, especially here in America. There's nothing like the pure elation when your team pulls victory from the jaws of defeat, or the utter despair you feel when your team loses a close, hard-fought game. However, there has been a question on my mind the last few years as I watch Patrick Mahomes do unholy things to NFL defenses and become the best quarterback in the league. If you don't know who Patrick Mahomes is, how can you really call yourself a football fan? Also, this is not even a debate. He is the best quarterback in the NFL right now, hands down. And if you don't agree with me, then I'm just going to let Von Miller talk to you.
And anybody that hates on him is just a hater.
Living here in Kansas City, I experienced the full Mahomes effect basically every week for the last few years. And quite frankly, it's a little annoying. However, I ain't no hater, so I got to give respect where it's due. For full disclosure, I am definitely not a Chiefs fan. I am a New England Patriots fan. And go ahead and send me your hate mail. But I've had the privilege of watching good quarterback play for damn near 20 years. So I'd like to think in my own kind of conceited way, as a Patriots fan, that I know what good quarterback play looks like, and I definitely see it here in Kansas City. But I just want to ask football fans, but mainly Chiefs fans, a question. Would you rather have the last 5 years of Tom Brady's career, or the next 15 years of Patrick Mahomes' career? Now, Chiefs fans, I really want you to be realistic right now. I actually wrote this script the Friday before Super Bowl 54, where the Kansas City Chiefs will square off against the 49ers for the Lombardi Trophy in Miami. In order to make your choice as informed as possible, I want to show you the tale of the tape. And let's start with Tom Brady's last 5 years, because we know everything that has happened already. Brady's last 5 years span from the 2015-2016 season to the 2019-2020 season, where he played in 3 Super Bowls and won 2 with 2 Super Bowl MVPs, even though I would have given both of those MVPs to different people. For Super Bowl 51 during the 2016 season, I would have given that Super Bowl MVP to James White for his record-breaking performance against the Falcons. But you come back from the Falcons down 28-3, I get it. But for sure, I definitely would have given the Super Bowl 53 Super Bowl MVP to the Patriots defense, because in the words of Rob Parker,
but Tom Brady had just he looked 41 years old. He didn't look that good. He had a bad interception. He had a fumble. He first pass of the night was an interception. He had no touchdowns, and they got the win. But that defense played very well. I was so impressed. First time since, what is that, Chris? 1971 that the losing team scored only 3 points.
if I had to choose a single player from that defense, I would have given it to cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Brady also made it to 4 conference championship games and won 3 of them, made the playoffs all 5 years, won his division all 5 years, made the Pro Bowl 4 out of the 5 years, was named first team All-Pro in 2017, named second team All-Pro in 2016, led the league in passing in 2017, and won a league MVP in 2017, becoming the oldest player ever to win the award. However, he was also suspended 4 games due to his role in the Deflategate scandal, even though the NFL never actually proved he did anything wrong. But that's besides the point. Now I know what you're thinking. This isn't really a fair argument for Patrick Mahomes, but I think that's the point of the question. Now hear me out. This is basically dance with the devil that you know or dance with the devil that you don't know. And trust me, I know. I know you think Brady is the devil.
The Denver Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. And even if you're not a fan, I think there's one thing we can all agree on. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Fuck you.
And that's enough of that. So now let's look at Mahomes' career so far, and I'm not going to add his rookie season when he was backing up Alex Smith because he didn't really play except for that last game of the season against the Denver Broncos, which he won, so credit to him. He's been throwing up extraordinary numbers, and he technically hasn't even finished his 3rd season yet. So we are really looking at 2 years here for Mahomes. In his 2 years as the starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler, made the playoffs twice, won his division twice, was named the NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 2018, led the league in passing yards with 15 in 2018, and won a league MVP in 2018, and he was the youngest to do it since Dan Marino. He is also at least a Super Bowl participant in 2019. However, like I said before, I am writing the script for this video before the Super Bowl, so I don't know the outcome yet. I chose not to compare their individual stats because this is also, once again, unfair to Patrick Mahomes because he didn't really play his first year and he also missed a quarter of this season due to a knee injury. I don't want anyone to misconstrue my argument here. I'm not arguing who is the better quarterback because it's clearly Patrick Mahomes as much as it pains me to say it. Mahomes is the more talented, athletic quarterback. He has a better arm than I think Brady ever had. He can definitely run better than Brady ever had. I mean, just look at his crazy TD run in the AFC Championship game this year against the Titans.
Second and 10 as that Tennessee defense drops back. Has Long who tried to make a diving tip. Dead Mahomes who tiptoes inside the 10. Still knocked out. Oh, what a run! Out of this world! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Brady could never do that, but he did juke the mess out of Brian Urlacher that one time.
Red snap to Tom, back to throw. The rush, he steps up into the pocket, starts to run with it. Avoids one man, dives for a first down. Guess who he avoided? Urlacher. What a move by Brady to get the first down.
So I just want to be clear. All I am asking you is whether you would rather have the last 5 years of Tom Brady's career or the next 15 years of Patrick Mahomes' career. And I especially want to hear from Chiefs fans. To be honest, I think this question could only be tailored to Chiefs fans because this is only a real question to them. I think every other fan base would take the last 5 years of Tom Brady's career over the next 15 years of their current quarterback. Well, if they have one. I'm looking at you, Cincinnati Bengals, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Indianapolis Colts, maybe, the Chicago Bears, maybe, Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe. The only fan bases I would even entertain with their argument for their team to be included in this question would be fans of the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. But let's be honest here. Houston can't get out of its own damn way, and Deshaun Watson isn't being utilized the way he should be, and I think all fans can agree with that. And I don't think Lamar Jackson can last 15 years with the way that he plays the game. I know he's a better passer than what his critics have said, but he still takes way too many huge shots to last 15 years. I mean, look at Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton. Newton is literally physically bigger than Lamar Jackson, but he is injured now because the NFL took its toll on his body, and look at the way he plays, and you cannot lie to me and say that they do not play a similar style. For me personally, surprise, surprise, I would choose Brady's last 5 years. Those last 5 years speak for themselves. The 3 Super Bowls by themselves are hard to argue with if you really look at it, but those 5 years, if you really look at it, that's a Hall of Fame resume. But I can definitely see the other side of the argument where someone would take the next 15 years of Mahomes' career because Mahomes could easily get to 4 Super Bowls in 15 years and accrue more than enough accolades to completely blow away everything that Tom Brady has attained in the last 5 years. However, I hope whoever's watching this understands how hard it is to actually win a Super Bowl. Tom Brady and the Patriots have kind of fooled us into thinking that winning Super Bowls is easier than expected. What they are doing is on the extreme side of winning in the NFL. Especially now that it looks like their reign over the NFL is nearing its end. It's more likely than not that Patrick Mahomes could just end up being the Dan Marino of this era than the next Tom Brady, in my opinion. And there is nothing wrong with that, except for that missing feeling that's always in Dan Marino's career because he never won a Super Bowl. I'm not hating, I just wanted to put it all in perspective. So what would you choose? The known and absolute glory of Tom Brady's last 5 years? Or the tantalizing unknown future of Patrick Mahomes' next 15 years? And be honest with yourself. Let me know, and who knows, I might have to eat my words in 15 years. So yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs did defeat the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 54. So Patrick Mahomes just got some big feathers in his cap, and the argument for his side looks way better than it did when the video first started. He didn't really play well according to Mahomes standards, but hey, he's still the Super Bowl MVP. They came back down 10, so it's all good. Now, I think this really makes this question even more interesting now that he's technically started working on the hardest part of what he needs to kind of equate with Brady's last 5 years. And I'm really interested to hear what football fans say. I already know what Chiefs fans are going to say, but you never know who is laying in the wings to make sure that doesn't happen. You don't even know what's going on with Patrick Mahomes' contract situation and all the little things that could pop up in the future, like a Lamar Jackson or Sean Watson standing in Mahomes' way, or even an up-and-comer like a Joe Burrow. But hey, that's the whole point of the question, right? I guess we'll find out.